Howdy, I'm Grey Pilgrim, and today I'm smoking, it's called Bullseye, and I get this from my tobacconist, and it comes in these little coin-shaped slices of tobacco that you have to break up before you can smoke. It's a very mild smoke. I think it's predominantly Virginian, but I like it. Anyway, what I wanted to talk about today, take a gander here. This is a bunch of French pistols. Every one of these, except the last one. First thing, let me get it up a little bit more. Okay, this is a Lafano pinfire revolver, commonly used throughout the late 19th century in France. It's beautifully engraved. The problem with this one is it's got a broken mainspring on it, so I can't really shoot it until I get it fixed, but it's also missing its side plate here, but details. It's an example of type. Then in 1892, they went to this thing. This is a French service revolver, an 8mm French. It was marketed by Fiocchi for a while as 8mm Labelle, which it isn't. I don't have all the different French pistols, but I have an example of some of their types. Then in the 1930s, early 1930s, they put out a bid to two different companies. Was it Saint Etienne and Chateau de Leroux or whatever? I'm lousy at French, but this is the 1935 A and S model pistols. These are in 7.65 French long, which is the same as 30 Peterson. They're really good pistols, and these were used up through the Vietnam War, or at least the Indochina War. The French were over there. But later, they used this. This is a Mob, Type 1. I think it's called a Mob D Type 1. And the Mob D Type 1 is based on the model 1922 Browning design for Fabrique Nationale. And this is a 1922 FN. The French didn't use this, but they liked the design. Excuse me, they liked the design, and they basically copied it. So this is like that one, only it's got a few warts and alls to it, but it's a very pretty gun. It's got this plum colored finish on it. I don't know what that's a result of, but it looks really pretty, and it shoots really well. This is in 32 auto. This was developed in 1933 and used till 1963, and it's a nice pistol, I think. They had others later, 9mm and some other things, but this was a favorite of troops in the French Foreign Legion when they were over there in Indochina. And later on, it was used by, well, everything from, I think, Monaco. The police there carry these things. And a few other things. I think the bank guards and the gendarmes and a few others still use these to this day. This is in 32 ACP, which they decided to get out of this because it's kind of a rare cartridge, and even finding an original box of this stuff is kind of difficult. Fortunately, Starline made the brass for these things. Excuse me, and Steinel now makes loaded ammo for them when they have it in stock. A certain D'Artagnan-looking fellow who happens to have a French subgun that happens to shoot this cartridge seems to buy it up, all of it, because he likes to go through it a lot, I suppose. But matter of fact, last time I ordered some, I said, "Do you have any left, or did Ian buy it all?" And the guy says, "Yes, I got one box left in the warehouse." I said, "I'll take it," and I bought it. And then he, well, they ran a new batch of it, so now they got it again. It's a good cartridge. It's like 32 auto, only it's a little bit faster, a little more peppier, and I like these things. They're just. By the way, this one in particular looks just like a SIG P210, almost exactly like it. And there's a reason for that. This is the same design as the SIG P210, only it's in a French long instead of in 9mm. but it has the same Petter system for the action inside. What happened was they decided on this as the design, their design of choice, as it were, and these guys lost out. But then the Germans started coming over to dispute the French in World War II, and quickly they needed a lot of guns. So they said, make us a bunch of these too. So these were the substitute standard, and I picked up both because I think it's just a cool design. By the way, there's no books on these available in English. The only book I know of on French stuff is all on revolvers. Well, that one's in French. And then Ian McCollum did one on their rifles. But and then there's the really hard to get Proud Promise, which is on the various battle rifles that the French used, but none on the pistols. And that's a area of scholarship that seems to be a little missing in the gun world. Now, if anybody would like to write a book on them, I'd be more than happy to buy a copy. I could write one, I suppose. I know a little bit about it, but I'd rather read it than write it, as it were. Anyway, just looking at my pistols and thinking, wow, that's very French. Anyway, happy trails.